Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On the inhale, come forward to a plank and stay in plank. Look at the wall in front of you and push the floor away so you're kind of doming the upper back a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, go back to a downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Then exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot forward on the outside of the right hand. Yep. Exhale, step the left foot on the outside of the left hand and come down to a deep squat, bringing the hands together and prayer pressing out with the forearms. Squeezing in with the knees, a little yogi squat here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then just place the hands on the floor and come sit down. And extend the legs straight out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. On the inhale, lift the left arm up. And exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the right hand behind you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, counter twist over to the left. And then inhale, come center. Exhale, extend the right leg out. Inhale, bend the left knee. Place the left foot on the outside of the right. Then on the inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale, twisting over to the left. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, counter twist over to the right. Inhale, come center. And exhale, extend both the legs out in front of you. You can go right here. On your inhale, bend both your knees. Place your heels where your knees were. Feet are hips width distance apart and parallel. Bring the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. Bring the chin into the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back if comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest and come down. And you can sit on a block or a blanket. And we're gonna chant from the Yoga Sutras. It's hard to believe that November is almost over. I know it is. I'm sorry, October. Yeah, I'm like projecting all the way into the next year. I wonder why. We'll chant. We'll chant from page. What page is that on? Oh, 41. Page 41, 133. Okay. And this, one of the things, let's do two things. Let's do two things. Because I think it may be good to remind us. Okay, so let's start with 39, 1.2. Okay, so we'll get over to the next page, but let's start with 39, 1.2, the second sutra of the Yoga Sutras. 3 ohms. So we'll do this as a call and response. Yoga, yoga, chitta, chitta, vritti, vritti, nirodha, nirodha. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Let's do it together. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Now let's turn over to page 41. We'll see that word chitta again in this. Maitri, Maitri, Karuna, Karuna, Madito, Madito, Pekshanam, Pekshanam, Sukha, Sukha, Dukkha, Dukkha, Punya, 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 Vishayanam, Vishayanam, Bhavata, Bhavata, Chitta, Chitta, Prasadanam, Prasadanam. So remember, I'm leaving out those extra vowels because of the Sandhi in the Sanskrit. So if you were to say them separately, it would be punya, apunya. But because they're coming together, the Y-A of punya becomes the A in apunya. Okay? So so it is together punya, punya. Okay? Maitri, Karuna, Medito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavata, Chitta, Prasadanam. Your turn. Maitri, Karuna, Medito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavata, Chitta, Prasadanam. One time together. Maitri, Karuna, Madito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavata, Chitta, Prasadanam. So I thought we'd go back and just look again, what Patanjali has to say. You see, Patanjali is very clever because in the second sutra, he tells you what the outcome of yoga is going to be. So he says, Yogas chitta vritti nirodha. Some people interpret this and they're not wrong. I would say that I should say they're wrong. I think they're wrong. They're wrong. Okay, they're wrong. But what I'm going to say is if you interpret it without reading the whole book, it would sound as if yoga, chitta, the fluctuating or changing mind, vrittis, the fluctuations or storms, narodaha, stop it. Like sometimes people will say that is interpreted as yoga is the calming of the mind. A calm mind is a byproduct of yoga. It's not the end goal of yoga, because the end goal of yoga is really to tap into your unconditional love, your peace, your state of bliss, your higher consciousness. So it's not just a calm mind. A sociopath has a calm mind. I always say that. Don't forget that somebody who's sociopathic, they have a calm mind. That's how they manipulate the world the way that they do. They can't do that if they're not like focused and have a real clear idea how they're navigating the world. But most of us have a little mind that's going like, oh, left and right, right and left, up and down, back and forth. And we're going back and we're going all over the place, where our minds are like a spinning top. That's what it's like. It's like a constant spinning top. And Patanjali is saying, okay, look, if you want yoga, we need to calm the mind down enough so I can give you the teachings of yoga. But guess what? That's going to be a byproduct. You're going to end the extremes of the changing mind. You're going to end the bipolarness of the mind itself. And in 133, he says, Maitri Karuna Madito Pekshanam Sukha Dukkha Punya Punyam Vishayanam Bhavatachitta Prasaranam. Through cultivation of friendliness, compassion, joy. See, these are these characteristics of yoga: friendliness, compassion, joy, and indifference to emotional extremes such as pleasure and pain, virtue and vice. The mind becomes favorably disposed, serene and benevolent. So he's telling you already how to achieve that ending of the fluctuation of the mind. And he's only on Sutra 133, right? He's telling you this is the way you do it. Stop tapping into the imbalancements of the mind. That's what you know. That's what you've experienced. I remember when I first started practicing yoga, I would hear mantras with the word sukha, dukkha, and I just love the way they came across. Sukha, dukkha, punya, punya, and I didn't have any idea what it was. And but it's the extremes, right? Sukha, pleasure seeking, and dukkha, the pain that you're going to that we experience in life. So the mind loves going between those two things, the sukha and the dukkha. And the punya and the apunya, the virtue or the saintly, are the vicefulness. And the mind loves, it's always attracted to those two extremes. So by like starting to think more in a way of being in the middle of stuff, that's yoga. A balanced mind, a mind that's not one way or the other. Extremes are kind of rejected, right? Which doesn't seem like sometimes like what yoga is in the West, right? Sometimes, because it seems like sometimes yoga in the West is the extreme. Right? Sometimes like we end up being like the extreme, the subculture of you. But yoga shouldn't be the subculture. It should be kind of right there in the balance, in the middle. Fold up the chant books, place them to the side. Just take a moment, come and stand up at the front of your mat. And bring the hands together in undulating mudra. And notice that when you come and stand at the front of the mat, you're getting the left and the right to come together. When you bring the hands together in the undulating mudra, all of a sudden, the balance down the center channel. And allow yourself to find that balance in the body and in the mind that yoga has to offer you. And not only try to maintain that balance during the practice, but maintain it after you leave the class. When you go out into the real world that is constantly changing and fluctuating and is up and down and backwards and forwards and right and left. Find that equanimity of the mind now. And then exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Extend the arms up toward the sky, Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, fold over the straight legs, Uttanasana. Press the palms into floor blocks. If your hands don't reach, use blocks. Inhale, soften the knees. Step the right foot all the way back into a long lunge and look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank and look forward at the wall in front of you. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, move forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog, look at the navel and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lightly step the right foot forward in between the hands. And press the palms down. Don't come onto your thumbs. You're going to use blocks if you can't reach the floor. Exhale, step the left foot next to the right and fold over the legs, pressing the palms down. On the inhale, rise up, extend the arms, see the prayer. Then exhale, fold over the legs again, Uttanasana, press the palms down. Inhale, soften the knees, step the left foot all the way back into a long lunge and looking forward. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward, keep the breath deep. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog and stay. Inhale. Exhale, feet are apart. Inhale. Exhale, quadriceps are lifting. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lightly step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, the right foot next to the left and fold. Press the palms down. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms, see the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer. Extend the arms, Urdhva Hasana. Then exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. And exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend the arms, Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, folding over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Now push into me a little. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, lightly jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rising up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend arms. Exhale, folding over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, lightly jump or step the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side, Dasana mountain seat. One more time like that on your own. On your inhale, begin. Now remember the whole sequence. Remember how many breaths you stayed in down dog. Count them internally to yourself. Everything that I said, you should be like a little recorder in your mind so that your mind doesn't start racing. That's a nice way to do it. Think of it as like hearing my voice in your head, and then everything is calm because you're counting all of that to yourself. So let's go from the mat, Mark. Just walk up a little bit. There you go. All right. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana, palms want to be flat. Inhale, lift the head and chest, preparing, coming to a flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1, one breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth or block, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and stay in down dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2, even them out. Inhale, your heels don't have to be down. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond your hands. Inhale, lightly, without a sound, jump in between your hands. Exhale, fold, press your palms down. Inhale, bend the knees, raise the arms up, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. Now, you're going to do that one on your own. On your inhale, begin. Once you're in down dog, you're going to count those breaths to yourself. There were 5 of them. And once you're at Tadasana, just wait for the rest of your classmates. Terrific. Step your feet 2 fists apart. About, it's an internal measurement of your hips. So it's about 2 fists. It's not external measurement. Bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointed to the mirrored wall behind you. Bring your chin into your chest on your inhale. Lift up and arch back, moving the pelvis forward. Then exhale, fold forward and bend your knees. As you bend your knees, slide your index finger and your middle finger through your big toe and your second toe, holding onto your big toe in what's called yogi toe lock. So I'm going to use those first 2 fingers. I'm going to put them between the big toe and the second toe. Just like that. No, look at there. I'm going to slide it between 1, 2 toe. Yeah, there you go. Now use both hands. Now lift your head and chest, look up. As you look up, come to a flat back, shift weight forward. Then exhale, fold forward and bend your elbows out to the side and pull your chest towards your thighs. Let the back of your head be heavy. Try not to bend your knees, but actually lift those sit bones up as you push your hips back toward the mirrors. Inhale, opening up hamstrings. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now soften your knees. Release your toes. Lift the front of your feet up and slide your hands underneath your feet. Hasta Padasana. Standing on your hands. And then now lift your head and chest, look up at the windows, straighten your legs if you got a little bent knee there. Lift up at your sit bones, and then exhale, fold forward and bend your elbows out to the side and breathe into the back of the body. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, soften your knees. Take your hands out from underneath your feet. Then exhale, bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Then with straight legs, on your inhale, lift up and arch back, moving your pelvis forward. Then exhale, come back to center, step, jump the feet together, big toes and heels touch, Tadasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Give the left knee a good hug. Yeah, drop your left hip. Then open up your left knee. Place your left foot on the inside of your right thigh. Then once you have that, now you can also put your left foot on your right calf. It's not on your knee joint. Once you have that, really push into your right foot. Pull your belly up. Use Mula Bandha. Then bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Look at one spot that's not moving. On the inhale, raise the arms up toward the sky, lengthening through both sides of the body. Then exhale, open up your arms and allow your left forearm to float down onto your left thigh with your left palm facing up. Then inhale, lengthen through the right side of the body. Then exhale, side bend over to the left, pushing your right hip to the right. Bending tree. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2, push into Miraj. Inhale, there. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the prayer hand overhead. Prayer hand together. Then exhale, bring the prayer hand to heart center. Good. inhale, bring the left knee forward. Give your left knee a good hug with both hands. Then exhale, put the left foot next to the right, Tadasana mountain seat. Yep. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a good hug. Then drop the right hip even with the left. Then exhale, open up the right knee. Put the right foot on the inside of the left thigh, or put the right foot on the left calf. That's a good option too. Bring the hands together in prayer. Look at one spot that's not moving. Really press into your left foot, lifting up through your spine. Stabilize it. Then on the inhale, bring the arms overhead, reaching up toward the sky. Then exhale, open up your arms. Allow your right forearm to float down onto your right thigh with your right palm facing up. Inhale, lengthen through the left side of the body, and exhale, side bend to the right. Really push your left hip toward the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Push into me. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the prayer hand overhead. Stay steady. Exhale, bring the prayer hand to heart center. Inhale, bring the right knee forward. Give the right knee a good hug with both hands. And exhale, place the right foot on the floor next to the left, Tadasana mountain seat. Good for you. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana awkward seat. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, with lightness, float back, Chaturanga. Don't make a big thud. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, talking about that big thud, when you step forward, it should be light as a little mouse. On your inhale, lightly step your right foot forward in between your hands. Don't slam it. Turn the left heel down, come up into a warrior 1. And exhale, extend your right leg. We're going to do a little different warrior 1. Bring your arms alongside your ears. Reach up high. Then interlace your fingers. Make a fist. And then turn your palms to face upward. Then exhale, bend your right knee. As you bend your right knee like warrior 1, exhale, side bend over to the right, stretching the left side of your body. And as you do that, you don't want to really kind of twist forward. You want to do it right from the side, so you're going to be on that same plane and the torso. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the shoulders up so the shoulders are over the hips. Exhale, open the arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, reach to the right. Bring the right hand onto the right shin. Inhale, extend the left arm alongside your left ear today toward the windows. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now making sure that Mula Bandha is engaged on your inhale. Bring your right arm alongside your right ear. And stay. Notice if you had to lift your torso up or do a lot of work to get there. Collapsing on your right hand. Exhale, 1. You don't have Mula Bandha engaged. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now listen. Inhale, lift the torso up with the arms alongside the ears and the shoulders over the hips. Then exhale, lower the arms parallel to the earth. Keeping the right leg extended, exhale. Bring the left hand down the left thigh, lengthening to the right side of your body, reverse triangle. Then exhale, bend the right knee, and as you bend the right knee, come into reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, 1, good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And keep the left hand where it is. Inhale, extend the right leg, reverse triangle. Good. Then exhale, bend the right knee. Place the right hand down outside the right foot on a block. And then inhale, sweep the left arm toward the windows, looking into the left palm, extended angle. Now, as you do that, your right knee should be coming toward your right arm, not over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So you're opening the chest instead of collapsing to the left. Exhale, 2. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, gently place your left hand down. Now, extend the right leg. Bump the back foot forward. Your back foot can stay turned out a little bit today. That's okay. All right? So you can have your back foot at an angle, but that makes it harder to do Parvottanasana. So you have to inhale, lift your head and chest and look up at the windows and really pull your right hip crease back toward the mirrors while pushing through the back of your left heel, because that's now on the ground and at an angle. Then exhale, fold forward. And as you fold forward, keep pulling your right hip back, your left hip forward. So even though the foot's turned out in the back, you're still trying to close the hip. But that's what stretches the abductors on the outside of the leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift the head and chest up. Now bring the left arm in front of the right shin. Place your left hand on a block outside your right foot. Now really push into your left hand. Ground down through your left hand. On your inhale, lift your right arm up into the air and open your chest up to the right side. Rotated triangle. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, gently place the right hand down. Frame the right foot with both hands. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Now, light as a mouse. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Don't make a big thud. You made a big thud. Turn the right heel down. Come up, warrior 1. You're supposed to be delicate. Yeah, gentle. And exhale, extend the left leg. And bring the arms alongside the ears. Reach up toward the sky. Interlace the fingers. And turn your inner palms to face toward the ceiling. You can really push the air up toward the sky. Then exhale, bend the left knee, and then side bend over to the left, stretching the right side of the body. Yeah, it's a little weird, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, 1, but you'll feel the IT band of the right leg stretch too. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift the shoulders up. Bring the cranial over the sacral. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Then inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, reach to the left. Place the left hand on the left shin. Then inhale, sweep the right arm toward the windows with the right arm alongside the right ear. Exhale, 1. Good. Now notice if you already have a tendency to think that you should have a lot of weight in your left hand and not engage in the core. Exhale, 2. So you got to learn from the right side. Exhale, 3. On your inhale, bring your left arm alongside your left ear. Notice if you're having to lift up because you don't have your core engaged. Exhale, 1. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 2. So we have to learn from the left and the right side. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift the torso up. Exhale, lower the arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, reverse triangle. Then exhale, bend the left knee, reversed warrior. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Keep the right hand where it is. Inhale, extend the left leg, reverse triangle. Then exhale, rebend the left knee, place the left hand down on the outside of the left foot on a block. And then inhale, sweep the right arm toward the windows, looking into the right palm, pushing the left knee into the left arm. That's better. Inhale, we're going to lift up a little here. Exhale, 1. Inhale, better. Exhale, 2. Inhale, see how I'm grounding you in the right? Exhale, 3, so it's not about collapsing in your inner thigh. Exhale, 4, good. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, gently place your right hand down. Now, extend the left leg, bump the right foot forward. You can keep it turned out a little bit today if you'd like. A lot of side stretching going on, so the outside of the leg, it's okay to stretch that too. But as you lift your head and chest, you got to energetically pull your left hip back, your right hip forward, trying to close the hips like in Warrior 1. And then exhale, fold forward over the extended left leg this time, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Now this time, bring your right arm in front of your left shin. Put your right hand on a block outside your left foot. Then really push into your right hand. Make contact. And on your inhale, lift the left arm up. As you lift the left arm up, open the chest up to the left. Rotated triangle. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, gently place the left hand down. Frame the left foot with both hands. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Look forward at the window. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Don't look at the floor. Look at the windows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Now exhale, push through your left heel. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, straightening your right leg, standing splits. Yep. Then exhale, fold forward over your standing right leg. Walk your hands back. Press your palms down. Let your head be heavy. And you can lift your left leg up as high as you need to. But you got to ground down through your hands to lift your leg up. Exhale, 1. And you want to really work on the hamstring of the right leg. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Look up. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, step your left foot all the way back into a lunge where it came from. Exhale, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, push through your right heel, look forward. On your inhale, lift your right foot off the floor, straightening your left leg, standing split. And then exhale, fold. And as you fold, press the palms down. Let the back of the head be heavy. Lift that right leg up. Engage the hamstrings on both legs. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, soften the left knee. Inhale, step the right foot back into a long lunge. Exhale, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Now, I like blocks for this. So I would suggest taking your blocks and putting them on the second setting. Yeah, I always find I need a little more space. Okay, and you want the blocks as wide as your hips. Now, bend your knees and look beyond your mat all the way to the windows. Imagine that your toes are going to touch the windows. Shoot your legs through your hands and come sit down, extending your legs out in front of you. Good for you. Dorsiflex the feet, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward and hold on to your feet. Paschimottanasana. Now in Paschimottanasana, your toes are pulling back towards you. So you are dorsal flexing. You want to really engage those hamstrings. We've done a lot of hamstring work today. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. On your inhale, lift the head and chest up. Bend your right knee. Open up your right knee. Place your right foot on the inside of your left thigh for a little Janu Shirshasana. Now, dorsiflex the foot. Pull the hip back. And then exhale, fold forward and hold on to the left foot. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. This is the hip. It's always a little tight. Okay. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Then lift your right shin up and put your right ankle above your left knee joint. Okay? And you want to see kind of a figure 4, a reverse figure 4 shape, right? Then you're going to take your hands behind you. You're going to bend your left knee and you're going to put your left foot flat on the floor. Now I'm going to lift my hips up and I'm going to move the hips forward and sit back down. Yeah, and then I'm going to dorsiflex my right foot, and energetically I'm going to push my right knee toward the mirrors for me, but toward the windows for you. So it's a fire log seat variation. Maybe a lot more comfortable for some people. I don't know. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now I'm going to heel toe my left foot over to the right. And then I'm going to bring my left shin down to the ground with my right shin stacked on top of the left. Let's take a moment, make sure that the toes are pointing forward, not out to the side walls. And I want ankle on top of knee. So if you need to, you can put a blanket here or lean a little bit into your right hip and then walk your hands around and bring your forearms in front of your shins. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift the head and chest up. I'm going to take my right hand to my right knee. I'm going to take my left hand to my right foot. I'm going to lift the shin up in front of my chest. Then I'm going to put the right foot in my left elbow crease and my right knee in my right elbow crease. I like to interlace the fingers like this and then kind of lift the shin up into my chest and kind of lift my chest up to my shin. If you want to rock the baby, that's okay. It depends on if you like that or not. I don't think it does much, but it does kind of make people feel more comfortable, I think. Because this is kind of intense. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now I'm going to lift my left knee up. I'm going to put my left foot back on the floor. Okay. Now I'm going to round my back. So I'm going to bring my chin toward my shin here. And as I roll onto the back, I'm going to lay down with my head on the floor. Now, you want to straighten your left leg out once you lay down, and then pull your chin, your right shin into your chest. And here again, just breathe into the back of the hip here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Okay, now release your fingers. Bring the sole of your right foot toward the sky with your right knee bent. Yep, your right knee is going to be bent. Reach over with your right hand, hold on to the outside of your right foot. Now bring your left hand to your left thigh. Tell your left thigh to stay down. Now pull on the outside of your right foot and bring your right knee to your armpit or all the way to the floor on the outside of your rib cage in a half happy baby. Half happy baby. There you go. Now pull with that arm. Pull, 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 pull. Good. Inhale. Stay down, 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 down. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, this is where some people might need a belt. If you have tight hamstrings, take your belt, put the belt around the ball of your right foot, and take the belt and both ends of the belt in the right hand. Or reach up with the first 2 fingers of your right hand and grab your right big toe in yogi toe lock. Then extend your right leg. Now, as you extend your right leg toward the sky, your head is down on the floor. My back of my head's on the floor. Now, try to pull your right shoulder onto the floor and push through upward with your right heel. So you get a little hamstring action going on here. And we're going to try to keep that left leg down. Yeah. Inhale. So that's the arch of your foot. You want this belt right here on the ball of your foot. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now keep your left hand on your left thigh. Tell your left hip to stay down. Allow your right leg to come all the way over to the right. For some people, your right foot may touch the floor. For others, it may not. But what you don't want to do is bend your right knee to try to get there. You want to keep that leg extended. You want to keep the left hip down, and you want to keep a hold of your toe. So now if you can't hold on to your toe, you're going to use Miss Belt. Miss Belt's going to come into play. That's a drag name for you, Miss Belt. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Lift the right leg back up into the air. And then from here, switch hands. Reach over with the first 2 fingers of your left hand and grab your right big toe. Or take the belt in your left hand, both ends of the belt. Now allow your right foot to come all the way over to the left until your right foot is on the floor on the left side. You're going to come onto the outside of your left hip. Yeah, you're going to try to keep your right leg extended and your left leg extended. Then bring your right arm over to the right and point your right fingers toward the right side of the room and look over your right shoulder, twisting in a supine twist. This is like one of my favorites. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on the inhale, lift the right leg back up into the air. Yes. And then release your toe. But then interlace your fingers behind your right calf. Yeah. You want to walk your hands up just to the bottom of the calf or toward your ankle. And then lift your head and chest up and try to bring your forehead to your shin. Yeah. Inhale. Good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Start to bend your right knee. Keep your forehead and head up. Hug your right knee into your chest. Lift your left foot off the floor, and on your inhale, kick up to a seated position and extend both legs out in front of you. Yep. On the inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Exhale, open up the left knee. Place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Twist the torso over the right leg. And then exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Janu Shirshasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the head and chest. And this time you're just going to lift your left shin up. You're going to put your left ankle above your right knee. You get an inverted figure 4 shape. You're going to take your hands behind you, bend your right knee, put your right foot on the ground, but then lift your hips up and move your hips forward and sit back down. Then dorsiflex your left foot. And then with your hip flexor, push the left knee toward the window. You'll feel it hitting in the back of that hip. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now to see if you can heel toe your right foot over to the left and lay your right shin down and your left shin on top of the right. Kind of like origami. Then dorsiflex, pull the toes toward each other, and then fold. Or if you need to, walk your hands over to the left and walk around, coming into the forward fold version. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up. Then take your right hand to the left foot, your left hand to your left knee. Lift the shin up and then put your left foot in your right elbow crease. And then put your left knee in your left elbow crease. And interlace the hands together. And then kind of lift the shin up into the chest and the chest up into the shin. And if you want to rock back and forth, please be my guest. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then just lift your right knee up, put your right foot down. Now it's easier to lay on your back if you bring your chin towards your shin and just roll on your back. And then once the head is on the ground, then extend your right leg out, trying to keep your head on the ground and pulling your shin into your chest, opening up the hip. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then release the hands. Let the left foot come toward the sky. Reach out, hold on to the outside of your left foot. You got a little happy baby here first. Then pull your knee outside your rib cage, coming into half happy baby. And then you want to put your right hand on your right thigh and tell your right thigh to stay down. Inhale, good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now, release the outside of your left foot, but take the first 2 fingers of your left hand and grab your left big toe. Or use a belt. This is where belts are really good. Extend your left leg toward the sky. And as you extend your left leg toward the sky, try to get your head down. Try to rest your shoulders and pull energetically with your left shoulder as if you're trying to get your left shoulder down. That's going to cause you to activate the left hamstring more, and you'll feel something move through the left heel toward the sky. Inhale. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now keep a hold of your left big toe or use the belt and let your left leg come all the way over to the left. Now, as you do that, tell that right hip to stay down. And instead of lifting that right hip, maybe you need to lift this foot so you compromise, right? It's not, the goal isn't to get the foot down. The goal is to keep the hip down. What's the goal here in life? Exhale 1, not to get the left foot on the floor, but to keep the right hip down. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale. Lift your left leg back up into the air. Now, if you have a belt, you're going to take the belt, ends of the belt in your right hand, or take the first 2 fingers of your right hand and grab your left toe. Now, allow your left foot to come all the way over to the right. Now, this time the goal is to get the foot on the ground. So you're going to roll over onto the outside of your right hip. And then extend your left arm out and look over your left shoulder in a deep twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your left leg back up into the air. Yeah. Then once your left hip is on the ground, release your left foot with your right hand. Interlace your fingers behind your left calf. Walk your hands up just a little bit toward your ankle. Then lift your head and chest and try to bring your forehead toward your left shin, activating a little core here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now bend the left knee. Keep the forehead lifted. Hug the shin into the chest. Lift your right foot off the floor and kick up and extend the legs out in front of you. Good for you. Bend both your knees. Place your feet on the floor. Hold on to the back of your knee joint. So slide your hand between your calf and your thigh. Now, walk your feet back a little bit more and lift your heels up, coming onto the balls of your feet like you're in high heel shoes. Notice when you do that, you have to find your sit bones. Stay on your sit bones, lift your toes off the floor, and bring your shin bones parallel to the floor. Yeah. Now, at first, I want you to really pull your belly toward your thighs and lift your chest up. You can stay here. You can hold on to the back of the knee joint, or you can press the outside of the thighs. If you wish to go further, extend your arms. If you wish to go further, extend your knees. Balancing in Navasana boat without leaning back. You don't want to lean back. You want to keep everything up where you started. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Now listen. Inhale. Exhale, lower 2 inches. Inhale, lift up 4 inches. Exhale, lower 2 inches. Inhale, lift up 4 inches. Exhale, lower 2 inches. Inhale, lift up 4 inches and stay. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come lay down on your back. Good for you. Bring your left arm alongside your left ear. Roll over to the left. Come lay down on your abdomen facing the mirrors. Squeeze the legs together. Reach the arms back toward the wall behind you. On the inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms. Locust. Shalabhasana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Relax. Dhanurasana. Bend the knees. Reach back. Grab the ankles. Pull the navel toward the spine. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. We'll do another one of those. You can hold on to the inside of the ankle if you so wish. Bend the knees, reach back, hold on to the inside or outside of the ankles. If you hold on to the inside of the ankles, you want to make sure that the soft part of the elbow is facing the outer wall. So there's exterior rotation of the shoulders. You feel that, Lauren? Like, all right, let's go here. There. Now, notice how your shoulders are moving back. Then kick your feet into your hands and lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. You had it. Inhale. I know it's just weird at first. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale. Come down and relax. There's something very comforting about like doing the majority of the yoga practice on the floor like this, kind of on the back and on the abdomen. Bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the chest, slide forward, cobra. And exhale, come down and roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips, feet or hips width distance apart, parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Setu Bandha Asana, half bridge. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Release the hands and come down the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. From here, you can stay in half bridge. You can come into a supported half bridge. If you would like to experience Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow seat, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, lift the body off the floor, extending the arms, upward bow. Good for you. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin and the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Second time, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin and the chest and come down, upper, middle, lower back. Last time, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. On the inhale, come up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. You can do it. Come on. Exhale 3. Inhale. Good. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the chin and the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Make little circles on the sacrum, rocking left to right, right to left. If that feels good to you. And then allow the knees to come over to the left. Extend the right arm out, look over the right shoulder. Twisting again. If you want to do another variation of a twist, that's fine. But if you just want to do a plain twist, that's fine. Really here you're neutralizing. And then bring the knees back to center. And then twist over to the other side. Bring the knees back into center. Give the knees a little hug. Now from here, you can put the feet on the ground and open up the knees and let the feet come together and stay in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani, L shape, or set up for shoulder stand. If you're coming into shoulder stand, you might want to use blankets underneath the shoulders. You can also use the wall to come into shoulder stand. I don't mind that at all. I like that. If you have a hard time getting your hips over the shoulders, sometimes coming into Viparita Karani, then lifting the hips, getting your hands on your rib cage, and then getting the legs in the air. That works terrifically. So a lot of times you will see Sukha and Dukkha and Punya and Apunya, even in mantras. As you continue, and those are pretty obvious, right? Because it's like pleasure, pain, and virtue and vice. So those are pretty obvious, but as you keep studying, you might see Shriyaha and Priyaha, which are two that Krishna talks about in the Bhagavad Gita. he kind of uses that. I'm gonna have you come down for a second. Come down because your blanket's all messy. Come here. Come down. Let's look at how you got this blanket. So see how it's just a big lump and it's all uneven? Let's unfold it and fold it so that it's not as wide as your shoulders. See, now your elbows will fit on it and your shoulders will fit on it. And then come lay down, okay? Shriyaha is what is good, what's good. And Priyaha is what's pleasurable. Now, why I like these two terms too is because the first time I read them, having it translated from Sanskrit to English, I was a little confused on good and pleasurable, because it seems to me in my Western mind that pleasure and good are the same thing, but not so true when we're dealing with Sanskrit text. So pleasure seeking, priyaha, is the ego always wanting to be pleased. It's the same as what Patanjali talks about as one of the kleshas, raga, the desire to always be pleased. Never experience anything you don't like. But Shriyaha, being good, is experiencing what is good for you. And sometimes what's good for us isn't very pleasant in the beginning. It's just like a yoga practice. Like the first time you start coming to yoga, it may not be pleasurable trying to open up the hamstrings or open up the side of the body where you've never really spent a lot of time trying to stretch those things. It may hurt. It may feel uncomfortable, but it's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for your mobility. It's going to be good for your health long term. So in Shriyaha, the long-term advantages are more important than the short-term pleasure. Whereas Priyaha, it's all about the instant gratification, kind of like the candy bars at the checkout counter at a Home Depot. Like, ask yourself why there are candy bars at a Home Depot. It's because it creates this kind of instant gratification for people to buy a candy bar when they're shopping for all of the stuff that they have to work on their house. Let the toes come overhead. Let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Extend the arms away from you. Halasana, plow seat. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now place the hands on the floor and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time until the hips touch the floor. And then once the hips touch the floor, unfold your mat, move your blanket off to the side, lay down on the back. Turn the palms to face upward, press into the elbows, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head. Matsyasana, fish seat. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, press into the elbows and slowly come down. And let's now set up for Shavasana. I'm sorry, I ran out of time and I didn't give you a headstand. But I don't want to keep you later than you need to be here. So setting up for Shavasana, corpse seat. You can place a blanket underneath the knees. You can place a blanket on top of you. Here, allow the breath now just to breathe the body. And let the body become super heavy and relaxed. And close the eyes and allow the earth just to completely support the body. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. And gently roll over to the right side. Just stay there in a fetal position for a second. And pressing the left palm into the earth in front of you, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. So once you've found your seat, commit to that seat. Find stillness in the body. And allow the breath to deepen, having breath awareness. So watch the inhales as it enters the body. And watch the exhales as it leaves the body. Start to close the eyes and draw the senses inward. As you draw the senses inward, begin to focus the mind, but you need something to focus on. So as you inhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om, and allowing Om to last the full duration of the inhale. And as you exhale, allow the mantra of Om to last the full duration of the exhale. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sai Guru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you for sharing your practice with us. Don't forget that on this Sunday, the November the 3rd, Florencia is doing a cacao ceremony, and it'll be lovely. Her shaman, her teacher, is supposed to be here who's from the Amazon, and he's visiting America, and so he's been conducting ceremonies with her around the country. So I wouldn't miss that. So sign up for that. There's still some spots left. And also on November the 17th, I'm going to be doing a Hanumanasana workshop with Devadas. We're going to do a live music class. We're going to work our way up to Hanumanasana and talk about Hanumanasana and the best way to come into Hanumanasana. And then we're going to all sit around and learn the Hanuman Chalisa together. Yes, that very long chant and prayer to Hanuman. So that's kind of all like during the Diwali season. So that's kind of a nice thing to do during Diwali season. Be loved, be vegan. I will see you. If you're staying for Yoga Nidra, just leave your mat where it is. That was, yeah, they said it was in there. See if somebody put it in the one of